So in today's class, we are going to discuss about web resources. So what are web resources? Why we need web resources? We'll see. So web resources are custom components that we use or develop for extending the functionality. So it's a custom component that we develop or we use it from as a third party. Okay, why we need that? To extend the functionality. For example, we have created entity here, right? We have created application entity. That application entity is not placed over here, but when I move it to custom application, dynamic 365 custom. So if you see there, we have different entities in the navigation, right? Account, contact, lead, and opportunity. For every entity, the icon is different over here. So for this entities that we have created, right, application, that there is no image. It's a default icon. So how to create? When I navigate to solution, okay, when I open the solution, we will be having web resource section here. Okay, we can create new web resource. So what are web resources? What type we can create? If you see this, we can create HTML. So these are the types of web resources. One, HTML. Two, JavaScript. Three, images. Images, we have different types of. You see here, HTML, CSS, JavaScript, XML, PNG, JPG, GIF. These three are the formats. Vector is also a GIF format, image format. So these are the web resources type that we can create in the CRM. Okay. Images we have like GIF, JPG, PNG. We have vector also. And we have others like CSS, XML. We have RESX. These are the different types of web resources we can create in the CRM. But very frequently we will use this. Means we use on regular basis the JavaScript web resource we use in CRM in our real-time project. Every entity will have a JavaScript. For every functionality, we will go for if we are performing some validation, either we go for JavaScript or business rules. Okay. So let me show you how we can add the image to entity. Like if you see account have one entity, image application doesn't have any image. That is a default image. So just click on the entity. We'll see if we can download vector images. Okay, let's see. Okay, once we go to entity, we'll see update icon. Once we click on update icon, here we have some default images here. We can give these images. In web client, we can attach 16 by 16, 32 by 32 pixel. In unified interface section, we can attach only one. Okay. As of now, I'm uploading the image that is already available in the CRM survey invite. Okay. When you click OK, then the entity image will be updated. Let's see. Refresh. You see the image is updated. You just need to click on the entity, click on update icon. Here you can upload 16 by 16 pixel, 32 by 32 pixel images, or you can attach this. Okay. The icon should be published like this. I think it's not published yet. Let us try to publish it. Avatar training here. From yeah. Then go the Hmm. क्या था वो? क्या होता है? The publishing will take some time. We'll refresh and we'll verify again. Okay. How you just
Okay, sir.
you just see the process. You just need to click on the entity where you need to upload an icon, and then you will get an update icon button. You just need to click on that, and you need to upload 16 by 16 or 32 by 32 pixel. Okay. So then we will discuss more about JavaScript. These are simple things. So JavaScript. What is JavaScript? JavaScript is a client-side validation. JavaScript are the client-side validations. Okay. So why we use JavaScript? Business rule also will do the validations, right? So in business rule, we can only perform lock or unlock. We can show or hide a field. We can show error message. And what else we can do? Set a value. Show recommended. So these are the actions that we can perform using business rule. Beyond this, let's say you want to show an alert. Okay. Showing an alert, hiding a tab or section. So here I will say hide or show. Okay. Hide or show tab and section. Change the forms. Validate login user. Fetch child entity records. There are more actions. So if we want to perform all these, business rule will not be suitable. Where we will be using a JavaScript, right? So when I say JavaScript is a
Yes,
client-side
sir.
application, it will run in your browser. So what is the syntax of JavaScript? Every JavaScript will have a function. Okay. So function syntax is function, function name, bracket, close bracket. In this bracket, we will implement our business logic. Okay. Clear? It's just a syntax. Now we will
Yes,
write
sir.
we will write one simple function. For that, I will use Notepad++. Everyone, for on for this ongoing classes, you need to have the Visual Studio. I will tell you how to download it, but we'll use this. Okay. Function, function name. You can give any name. So, for example, in our application entity, we will use something, or we'll use will we'll use account entity because we have different fields, more fields here. New. So account name, details. Okay. We'll perform one simple task now. Whatever we have in account name, I need to map it in the description. Okay. That is our simple task using JavaScript. So I will give the function name as set account name in description. Your function name should not have any spaces. Now, what I need to do, I need to implement our business logic. First, what I need to do, I need to get the account name. Let's say if I enter test account, I want to get this value whichever is entered here, right? For that, I need to use, I need to store one variable to store this value. That variable name is var. Var is a keyword to declare the variable, and I'm giving the variable name as account name. Okay, and then xrm dot page is the framework dot get attribute. Get attribute. Get attribute is a method that will get the attribute. So how it will identify which attribute it needs to get? We need to pass the field schema name. How to get the field schema name here? So everyone, you download this level up for Dynamics 365. Okay. So level up for Dynamics 365. It will add to your
Okay, sir.
Chrome extension. So I have already installed it. For me, it's showing removed from Chrome, but when you access this link, you will see the button called add to Chrome. Okay. What is the advantage is now if you want to check this account name schema name of this field, you just click on this level up logical names, name, copy. That's it. So what it will do, xrm.page.get attribute will get the attribute. Which attribute? This field attribute. And then we need to get the value, get value. 2 minutes, huh? There is some election campaign. Okay, so here this line will get the value from the field, this field, and the value will be stored in this name, account name variable. Okay. Now what we need to do, we need to set this value, account name value, in the description field. So I will use the same code, get attribute. Here we need to change in which attribute we need to set. So the schema name is not getting here because I will tell you the reason. Description, right? This one. You see the label name is hidden. That's why we are unable to get it. So for that, you can go to form customization, click on the end field, change properties. Then you go to details tab. Here the name is the your logical field. Okay. So till here you got it right. XRM.page.get attribute. It will get this. I don't want to get a value in this description field. I want to set a value. So method is set value. What value it need to set? This value. Copy. Paste it here. Okay. Now we'll register this function simply. Copy. Solution. Web resources. New web resource. I will give account script. Type is JavaScript. Text editor. Here we will paste our code. Sorry. Paste. Click OK. Save. Publish. It's published. Now what we need to do is we have to go to form properties. So we have created a JavaScript web resource. We need to upload that JavaScript web resource to the form. Okay. So here you need to click on add. We need to add a library or web resource that we have created. Account, search account script that we have created. This is the account script. Add. Now we have added the account script that we have created. Now we need to tell the how the code will execute, right? So it will have this business, this function, when this needs to execute, that we have to register. Okay. So how to register JS JavaScript function. Okay. So for that we have control. Every control have event. Let's say form. Form have onload and onsave, which means when I go to form, when I click new, form will load, right? Our JavaScript function will trigger during this time, during the form onload. When I click save, my onsave function will trigger. Okay. Then another control that we have is field. Field will have on change. On change means whenever I enter some data, when I come out of this field on change event will trigger. Okay. Now what we will do, we will register our function on change. First, I will do it on save. Okay. Form control, select on save, click on add, and you need to select the library where your function is present. Click on this field, copy the function name, and paste it here. Okay. Okay. Save. Publish. It's published. Now let's verify. I'll refresh first. Test.js. I'm giving account name as test.js. I came out of the field. Okay, on change is triggered, but I haven't saved the event on change of the field. I have done it on save. So what I'll do, I'll just click on save. You see here, the JavaScript function will execute on click of the save, and it will copy the data that we have entered in this account name to description field. Okay. Now the same function I will register on change of the field. Okay, control is field. Under fields, account name is the field. On change is the event. I don't have any other event on for the fields. Select script, add your function. Okay, okay, save, publish. I will refresh here. Okay. Test.js is mapped in the description field. Now I will add some value. On change is triggered. Details. Initially, when I click save, then only the data was mapping because we have registered the event on save. Now the same function I have registered on change of the account name. So whenever I enter some value and when I use tab or when I click outside of this field, then account on change event for this field will be triggered, and it will execute the JavaScript that is registered. Okay, this is, you got it right. First, what we have done, we have created a function. We have given the function name. You can give any name. You can give demo 1, demo 2, test 1, test 2. Whatever you have, you are providing the function name. Make sure your function name doesn't have the spaces. I cannot give the function name as set space account name space in space description. I cannot give like this. It won't take with spaces. We have to give without spaces. That is one thing. Next thing what we need to do is whenever we use get value, we need to store in one variable. How to create variable? Just use var. Var means keyword to declare the variable. You can give variable name. You can give any name here, just like this. And that again in without spaces. And xrm.page is a framework, JavaScript framework. In this, we have the get attribute method. Get attribute method will get the attribute, whatever the schema name we passed here. Okay. So till here, it will get the attribute. Inside this attribute, there will be some value. To get that value, we have to use get value. To set value, we have to use set value. To setting a value, we should not create a variable because we are setting a value. We are not getting and storing in somewhere. We are only setting the value in this field. That's why I haven't created variable for this line. Clear? Any questions? Let me know, please.
Clear, sir.
Okay. Now, the same function I will create because xrm.page is it's not recommended to use xrm.page. It is deprecating soon. Microsoft has given one alternative. What is that alternative? I'll tell you. For the same function, I will pass execution context. Nothing changing here. Execution context. I'm creating one variable form context. I need to use this execution context. From this execution context, I need to get form context. And from this form context, we need to get the attribute. Means xrm.page will be replaced by form context. Now I will update this function, form properties. Okay. Okay. Save, publish. It's published. Now we'll go and we'll refresh. When I click save, I'm getting script error. My JavaScript is getting failed. Why? You see, cannot read properties of undefined get form context. Okay, so the reason is in form properties, wherever we are calling that function, see, we need to enable this pass execution context as a parameter because execution context parameter we have passed in our function and we are not passing it from the form. Whenever I enable this, click OK, and account name also we have registered the pass. Now save and publish. Refresh. Now when I click save, I won't get any error because there is no script issues. If I add some value here, when I go to detail section, this will be automatically updated. Okay, so initially we were using this, now we are using this. Get attribute, get value, set value, get everything is same. Only xrm.page is replaced by the form context. And where this form context is coming, the form context is getting from execution context. And where this execution context is passing, wherever we are calling the function in CRM, right? In form properties, whenever we are registering any function, there will be a checkbox called pass execution context. We need to check that box. If we don't check that box, then the execution context will not be passed. So here execution context will be null. From null we cannot get any form context. That is why it is giving unable to read get form context from null. Okay, so make sure whenever using the execution context, you need to enable the checkbox from the CRM here. Okay, now we will write another script. What we will do? Okay, if the ownership is public, then we'll uh, hide this, show this assets and location. Okay, if it is private, then we'll hide this. Okay. So first function name, hide or show asset and location. What is this assets and location? It is a tab. I'll use this execution context function, open and close. This line is common, copy, paste. Now back, I'm creating one variable, ownership type is equals to form context dot get attribute. What is that attribute? Ownership. Use the logical names, ownership copy dot get value. So this line will get the value inside the ownership field. Now we need to compare ownership is public or private. If public, if ownership type is equals to public, I cannot write public because it's an option set. So use that level up, click on show option set values, ownership code, public means 1. Okay, public is 1. If ownership type is 1, then if condition, we need to show a tab, form context dot ui dot tabs dot get. Which tab, what the tab name we need to pass, dot set visible to true. I want to show the tab. What is the tab is assets and location. else if ownership type is equals to private. What is the private value? If it is 2, then hide. Set visible to false. False means it will hide. If it is not public and private for subsidiaries, we will show. Okay. So for that, what we can do, if instead of writing another else if, what we will do is whichever we are hiding, will ownership to is private, then hide any other else means if it is not private, then else will execute, else we will show, which means which is not a private one, which can be public, subsidiary, or different. Copy this function, form properties, upload the script. Now I will call it on change of the field. Okay, what is that field name? Ownership. Ownership. Add. My script is present in this web resource. Copy the function name, paste it, click on fast execution context. Save and publish. Okay, it's saved and published. Now let's verify this. I'll first refresh. Now I'll go to detail section. Asset and location is visible. When I select public, it shows. When I set private, you see the tab is hidden. When I select other, it's visible. Private, hide. For others, show. Public, it will show. Subsidiary, it will show. Other, it will show. But when I select private, this will hidden. Clear?
Yes, sir.
So I will give you this blog. Here have lot of examples. We'll discuss more. Okay, but you keep it handy. Whenever you get time, just go through this blog. We'll use lot of things from that. Okay, you see here we use head tab, right? You see form context.ui.tab set visible. Okay, if you want to hide a section, hide hide section. This is the code. Okay, alert. This is the alert. So these are the things. We have lot of examples over here. We will discuss most of them. Okay, so to practice yourself, just go through this blog and get to know the things.